Here we are back in Las Vegas, Nevada, Stratosphere Hotel and Casino. My name is Dave Benson alongside David Fink. Shorty Ruiz against brother Ricky. This is the men's quarterfinals of the big ball singles. And we are underway with Shorty serving. Shorty no shirt. Ricky has the white. You heard the referee Sal Duenas 0-0. They have a sibling rivalry going here.
Out.
And there's two quick side outs.
It's a point.
Wasn't until last season that Ricky defeated Shorty in big ball outdoor play and tournaments.
Side out.
And there's another side out.
Well, in WPH play, Dave, Ricky is 1-0 against Shorty. They've only matched up one time.
0 serves 1.
It's kind of a special moment for Ricky Ruiz. He's getting married this weekend. Went and got the marriage license today, Dave, just about an hour ago.
I know what that's all about. I was also married in Vegas.
He served.
You weren't there.
Wasn't invited.
Actually, you
One
are.
serve 0.
I'll go back and show you the email.
I didn't like the way I was
Side out.
invited.
Thank you.
Very sensitive.
Yeah, that's true.
Same score.
actually.
0 serves 1.
And Dave, normally this is a marquee match that would draw in the biggest crowds, but now the crowd's trying to become resettled after that blockbuster that we just had.
1 serve 0. Side out.
A lot of side outs here. Both of these brothers feeling each other out.
0 serves 1.
Shorty upset that the crowd is
Side
coming into
out.
play.
And incredibly, Dave, Ricky Ruiz had to qualify for the Venice
serve 0.
Nationals, missed qualifying in his first 2 attempts, finally did qualify at his last attempt, and
Point.
now he's legitimately a top 6 or 7 player, as we've seen throughout this
2
summer.
serve 0.
Shorty's been a top
Side out.
6 or 7 guy, Dave, but this summer has slipped quite a bit. He lost Alfredo Morales, who
0
was
serves 2.
not even a qualifier for the Venice Nationals. Had to pay his way in with that monster entry fee.
Side out.
Didn't play, Dave, in Marina
2
Park,
serves 0.
so you don't really know what to expect here from Shorty, although he did look good this morning against Alfredo Morales.
Yeah,
Point.
his earlier rounds he looked really good. But
Excuse me, it was Raul Cavillo that he played this morning. That's a
Timeout,
self-correct,
3-0,
only a
timeout.
half of an error.
there's a timeout called from Shorty Ruiz. Crowd really quiet here. They've been quieted by the play of Timbo Gonzalez. Dave, you were talking off air and before this match started about the adult experience handball camp in Tucson, Arizona. And you're explaining the benefits. One of the things that you brought up was Liar's Dice, saying, you know how many Liar's Dice matchups we've actually scheduled that have never played?
Yeah. Well,
This
when
one
you
will
and
be
I
played.
mention Liar's Dice, it is played.
Okay,
Whether
so-
we're up at Mount Lemmon or in your backyard with Crazy Maria, it happens. But Dave, just to talk about the adult experience really quickly, November 7th to the 10th in Tucson, which is the
Right.
most beautiful time of the year in Tucson.
Scores 3 serves 0.
All of the participants will be staying at the El Conquistador Resort on a golf course,
Point.
3 swimming pools, one of the nicest resorts, Dave, that you'll ever see. Handball courts
4 serves
also
0.
on the property. Coaches will be master instructor myself and
Point.
Hall of Famer John Bike.
Shorty Ruiz is just giving free points after free points to his brother Ricky.
5 sessions of handball, Dave,
5-0.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Also a round of golf, 2 dinners covered, picked up at the airport.
Point.
All for
And-
the low price of $35,000.
6-0.
We've actually lowered it, Dave. It's down to $32,000 now.
Point.
Maybe by the tournament ends, it'll get down to the real price of $1,500, and there's another point for Ricky
7-0.
Ruiz.
And all the proceeds of that, Dave, as I wrap it up, go to junior handball. All the
Point.
programs that we support and all the programs that we start. That enables us to hire more coaches, start more programs, support more programs,
8-0.
help juniors travel to tournaments, have equipment.
Ricky
Side
made a
out.
terrible mistake there. Now Shorty in the service box, trailing 0-8. We're going to 15. This is a strange
0
court.
serves 8.
A lot of upsets, a lot of weird score lines. If you're looking at R2
out.
Sports for updates on the scores and you see 0s and 1s against some of these top elite players, just know that it happened on this court, even though there's so many courts out here. Because that's the way it's
8
been.
serves 0.
And you definitely wouldn't have predicted this. An 8-0 start for
Point.
Ricky Ruiz. And Dave, normally
Timeout, 9-0.
you'd say it's
Timeout.
hard to play against your brother, but these guys seem fierce against one another, particularly Ricky, who's just going after Shorty. And Dave, this could be a Shorty, Shorty Ruiz massacre on this court today. I mean, Ashley just went in there and got blitzed, and now Shorty's on his way to doing the same, all in the span of about 2 hours on the same court.
By Ashley Ruiz, you mean Ashley Moeller.
Oh, they're not married yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
I believe there's actually a sister named Ashley Ruiz.
Oh.
Just wanted to clarify.
Okay.
This is a lot like Peyton Manning playing up against Eli right now.
But Peyton Manning and Eli don't actually play against each other. They're not on the field at the same time.
Well,
so-
ESPN made you
Score is
think they were playing against each
9-0.
other. They did wall-to-wall 24-hour coverage on it, and their father.
Point.
Yeah,
showed
the game
pictures.
was so interesting I fell asleep after 3 minutes.
10-0.
Well, you had a tough day of growing it.
Hold it.
It's
And
true.
by it, I don't mean the game.
Oh,
10-0. Replay. Ball in court.
whatever could you mean?
10-0.
Well, it's Vegas.
Hold it again.
What happens in Vegas never stays in Vegas. Never has and never will.
10-0.
10-0 here, going to 15.
Side out.
They have a matchup I'd love to see would be Timbo against
0-10.
Ricky Ruiz. I think that's a great contrast. And Ricky Ruiz has so much experience playing handball and playing three-wall handball that he knows how to use the court against Timbo.
Well,
Point.
He's a very smart player.
they're in opposite sides of the bracket, but I'd love to see what's going to happen. Timbo versus Samson Hernandez.
Well, Dave, Ricky
1-6.
Ruiz, who's very much under the radar here in this event, just absolutely destroyed, well, he destroyed that ball 20 feet
Point.
long, but destroyed Fuhi Hernandez this morning, who, Dave, I think is a top 10 contender. Beat him 15-2, 15-1.
Side out.
Fuhi is currently ranked 21st in the rankings. But here we have former
10 serves 2.
Fab Four, which means you end the Cup Series in the top 4, and that's Shorty Ruiz
Side out.
up against his brother, who has toggled between being the number 2 and number 9 player on tour, depending on stop to stop.
2 serves 10.
He started strong, but hasn't played very well after that. As of late, though, he's done pretty good. That's
Point.
why Ricky has the advantage here. Shorty just really not putting in the game time. Been converting over to small ball,
3 serves 10.
Shorty has.
Well, you know, Ricky has told me on a number of occasions that Shorty doesn't practice. He's just a
Point.
natural. But, you know, Dave, that always does catch up with you in the long run. You may get away with not practicing for, you know, 4 or 6 months because you've had that court time. But eventually, Dave, if you don't put in your time, you don't make your dime. Guess I didn't get anything on that from you. Frustrating. I put myself out there.
And now
and I
you're
got
getting
nothing.
my attention. You want?
Yeah.
Well, you got a lot of.
10-4,
You get a
right?
lot when you say stuff
Yeah.
that doesn't make sense.
Point.
And Dave, we've seen both Shorty and Ricky now hit
11
balls
to 4.
that were 10 feet beyond the back line. We haven't seen that once this week, and we've seen it twice in the last 3 rallies.
Well, you can see
Point.
Ricky saying to himself, relax, and I think maybe he's just a little bit overly charged for this rivalry.
12 serves 4.
I mean, he looks really methodical and calm, but you can see when he's talking to himself, he's saying the other. And
Side
a
out.
beautiful paddle kill right there from Shorty Ruiz.
4 serves 12.
And Shorty just is not getting himself in the right position to make that shot. He's frustrated, but the real culprit there, Dave, is not taking the extra half a step. And Dave, this is what I'm telling you. Shorty will tell you probably that he just didn't play well. He played terrible, but this is the same guy that just blew Raul Cavillo away this morning, Dave. And it has everything to do with who's hitting the ball back to you.
Ricky 1 point away from taking a 3-minute timeout here. This is possible game point. Not a bad return from Ricky. Shorty just lets the ball drop. And now there's a side out. This is men's quarterfinals. The winner will face the winner of Ibanez, Juan Santos, last year's Cup champion, and Sal Duenas. Sal did defeat Juan last year in the Cup on courts about this size. So it could happen, although I'm seeing the way Santos is playing this weekend is just unbelievable.
Well, you're actually partnered with him, Dave, in the Pro C division.
First game.
And there's the first game going to Ricky Ruiz, 15-4. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in 3. Stick around here at racefor8.com.
Are you getting this, honey?
Oh, prime time. We are rolling.
All right, Mama's gonna bring it home. Mama's gonna bring it home. Okay.
Come on, watch this guy.
Oh, backwards.
Oh, don't. Oh.
It went into Bob and Carol's yard. Oh, no? Okay, here it goes.
Oh, Mom!
Challenge your kids to be active and eat healthy.
All right, let's see what you can do. Let's go.
They might surprise you.
Let's go.
Search We Can for more ideas on how you and your kids can get healthy together.
There are a million places you'd never consider texting. So why would you do it while driving? Leave risky driving to the professionals. Stop the texts, and together we can stop the wrecks.
Working and working out takes a lot of energy. That's why I drink Zenergy. Feeling fantastic and looking good has never been easier. Zions, extreme science for your active lifestyle.
There's a quick side out. This is the men's quarterfinals, and we're back here in Las Vegas at the Stratosphere, where Shorty Ruiz is serving to Ricky 0-0. And Shorty gets a quick point.
And that's a bad error from Shorty. He needs to get off to a good start here. Shorty will need to just put that first game behind him. Pretend like it never happened. Hard to do, though, particularly if you don't get off to a good start in the second game.
I don't think it was a lot of what Ricky was doing to Shorty. It was more or less what Shorty was doing to Shorty in that first game.
Well, that goes back to my point, Dave, is that we saw Shorty play nearly flawlessly this morning. It's not a different person. The only thing that's changed is his opponent.
1-0.
So you're saying it is Ricky doing
Yes,
it?
that is exactly
Okay.
what I'm saying.
I won't debate that. I don't agree with it, but I'm not going to debate it.
Side out. Zero, 1. Side out. 1, serve 0.
Would you debate, Dave, whether or not, if you're
Side
talking
out.
about the players that are the most respected in Southern California, that you put Shorty and Boxer
0 serves 1.
and maybe even Juan Santos on that list?
Well, clearly.
Point.
I mean, I don't know how they're not.
1 serves 1.
Well, I know you don't ever agree with me, so I had to kind of
Well,
preface it as,
Well, when you make a statement of fact, how can I disagree with you? I mean, if you told me that Peyton Manning has 420 career touchdown passes, what am I going to disagree? I mean, it's the facts are the facts.
it's a good point, but I wanted to know what your opinion was. I didn't know if it was a fact or not. As you know, I don't talk to too many people. Just you, and that's only when the headset's on.
And when you do talk, it doesn't go well.
Well, we have a love-hate relationship. I love to hate you, and vice versa. Right in the middle of a really early second game timeout here as we grow it.
We're at the
By
square,
it, you
2-1.
mean
The game.
Side out.
Go ahead, I can't. I've been throwing it up, so it doesn't really matter. Watch out, watch out.
1 serves 2. Side out.
And Dave, I think we've completely given up on trying to clear our area of patrons, as they've now completely flooded the outside of our booth and inside.
This is what happens when you put a court complex right on Las Vegas Boulevard with those hundreds of thousands of spectators coming in here, and we just don't have the manpower
No.
to
You know,
control
most
it.
of the time, Dave, it's people that we know who are crowding our booth, but we've got people coming in off this strip.
I've never seen
that
them
just want
before.
to see handball.
But on the plus side, if you're into that sort of thing, they're barely wearing any clothes.
And they paid $50 to come in and watch it. All that money, Dave, goes towards Junior WPH.
So it's a win-win. But not for the players.
Well, some of these people don't know the etiquette, Dave, and they're cheering before the ball bounces twice. You see the players upset about it, but when you're trying to grow it, those are some of the growing pains. A lot of these people are telling me, Dave, I never saw handball before, but I don't think I can ever go a day without playing it or watching it again.
Side out.
So we so quickly give them our business card, write our
3-1.
phone numbers for text purposes, Facebook usernames, and they've already contacted us. In fact, this morning, 2 hours I
1
spent
serves 3.
Just approving friends.
just approving.
Yeah, and we all know how long it takes to approve a friend. So 2 hours of that.
Point.
I actually, Dave, had to deny a couple of friends because some of these women are so outrageous looking that, and by outrageous I mean good, that I didn't, you know, my wife was going to see who I'm approving as
3
friends.
serves 3.
I mean, a lot of these women here, Dave, are literally wearing nothing more than a bikini and a thong. I mean, I know it's hot out here.
Serves 3.
Score here is 4-3. You know, one of the things we didn't mention earlier when we were talking about Peyton playing Eli and Shorty and Ricky, brother Martin is in the front row cheering against one or the other depending on who's serving. And he throws a whole different mix into it.
Yeah.
He actually is, when Ricky's serving, he's saying, come on, Shorty. And when Shorty's serving, he's saying, come on, Ricky. So I think he's doing it right. I know Mom is back home just nervous, sweating bullets.
Yeah. Liking everything you do on Facebook.
Right, well.
Yeah, of course.
We're friends.
Yeah.
She was one of those that I approved.
Unfortunately, Dave, this time slot falls into Rambo's 4-hour weightlifting session, so he's not even able to watch it.
He was out
Point. Timeout.
in
5-3
downtown
timeout.
LA looking for a new headband.
Yeah.
And now we have a timeout called here with Shorty up 5-3 in game number 2. This is the men's quarterfinals of the open singles big ball division of the 3-wall World Outdoor Handball Championships. And I know, Dave, you just got put into a better mood.
Yes.
With a simple handshake.
Well,
Somebody-
a handshake goes a long way in this world, Dave. It's a
Well,
true
especially
sign.
that type of handshake. And what a great future ex-wife we have here. I mean, stepping aside and letting the guy that will be paying alimony sit down during the play here. Vegas is a wonderful place. It's an extended timeout, 5-3. Dave Vincent alongside David
Ready?
Fink.
Score is
And Dave, I can't see 1% of the court right now.
5 serving 3.
Sal Duenas, one of the only referees that decided just to sit down
Oh, that's
during
smart.
the match.
Side
I
out.
don't know if you saw his physique, but sitting down is about what he's been doing lately.
3 serves 5.
Well, not according to his Facebook post. He's been running, lifting, eating right.
Well,
Are you telling me that maybe he's exaggerating on
well,
his
no,
Facebook
I think
wall?
that he just might have. You might
4
be
serves
reading it
5.
wrong.
Oh.
He ran down to In-N-Out Burger.
Okay.
He ate right on time at 9 o'clock, like he does
Yeah.
every single night at the same place.
Yeah.
And then he ran back home. So yes, he's
5-4.
been running,
Yeah.
eating at right, and then I think what you missed was at 9 p.m. Before he went to bed.
Point.
There's another point for Shorty, who might
6-4.
put a little bit of pressure on brother Ricky here.
Side out.
Ball right down the middle. And you can see a complete difference here, Dave, between a match that we've watched with Timbo,
4-6.
who's just putting the action, forcing the action. That's why I believe you're right when you said I'd love to see Ricky play Timbo, because Ricky plays methodical, but so does Juan Santos.
Right. I'd love to see
Point.
either of them match up against Timbo. You know, I'm not as excited about seeing Timbo play
5-6.
Samson. Maybe because I've seen them spar against each other. It'll certainly be different in a tournament.
I think you
Point.
will be excited, to be honest.
Well, actually, I have a date at the spot
you're
that
ready.
time, so
I call when you're ready.
either I'm going to get some overtime,
Oh,
or
you
I
mean
just
it's-
won't be able to see it. I mean, I'll be able to see it on my
No, but I
Android.
don't know how long. You want me to wait 10 every time?
You mean it's a date at the
Score is
all-male spa?
6 serve 6.
6 serve 6 with Ricky.
Actually, Killer Mike and I are heading up to the Win.
Point.
Wow, Shorty just dove in there, got some scuffs, almost ripped off his shorts, and Ricky gets the point.
Well, Dave,
Timeout, 7-6
I know you're interested,
timeout.
and now that we have a timeout, I can tell you that we've had 9 dives today on the show court since we started. The person that dived lost every point, 100%.
There's one you missed. It's actually 10. Ashley Moeller dove, and she also missed.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, she got the ball, but she did not win the rally.
I'm saying losing the rally.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
I would have loved to watch this match, but people are standing right directly in front of our court here, and both of them are related to Shorty Ruiz.
Yeah.
So I guess they're running the show now.
Haven't they always?
You're watching the Race for 8 live broadcast of the World 3-Wall Ball Outdoor Handball Championship.
Speaking of the Race for 8, Dave, talk a little bit about where we'll be in a couple of weeks' time.
Well, stop number 1 this year is important because first place brings $5,000, second is $2,000, and the Players' Championship of $20,000 for first place. That first stop of the year will be October 4th through 6th at Jake Plummer's Hell of a Family Handball Bash in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, in the panhandle of Idaho, just out of Spokane, Washington. We'll travel up there and watch that, film it, and participate in the championships. That'll be right around the corner, a couple weeks, and then we go to the U.S. Open October 24th through the 27th. That's going to be in Fountain Valley, California, with that open format. You don't have to qualify. You can just enter and play alongside the pros if you'd like. at Nadi Alvarado Classic number 21.
We actually have 25% of the Elite 8 of the Plumber event in this booth right now, Dave.
Well, we also have 100% of the webcast viewers. So that averages out to about 50-50.
Well, we're here to make the experience as enjoyable as possible.
As we grow it, 9-6. That's a nice shot right there from Shorty. I'd love to see the court, but I can't since people are standing in the way.
And Dave, what I noticed, the difference between the Southern California big ball players and the New York big ball players, the New Yorkers seem a lot quicker on their feet. You watch a guy like Timbo, Tyree, Gio, those are guys that are about as quick as you'll ever see. I don't see that kind of agility from the Southern California guys with the exception of Sampson.
9 serve 6.
9 serve 6 here.
Side out.
This is not a sloppy game. It's just
I can't see it.
A lot of side outs.
Yeah.
6 serves 9.
I'll just have to take your word for it.
I guess this is what you'd see when brother plays brother. They both know each other's game, so you're seeing just a...
You mean 10 people's backs?
Side out.
Well, on our monitor, you can see the action.
Oh, I wear sunglasses, so no, I can't.
Okay. I guess you're too cool to look at a
serve 6.
HD flat screen TV.
And Ricky should have put that away.
Point.
And then Shorty should have put that away.
Terrible error there from Shorty. And Dave, I'm gonna already etch this one into my scoreboard.
10 serve 6.
I'm actually gonna write this into my Excel spreadsheet that now Ricky goes 2-0 against brother Shorty in WPH Players Cup events. So I'm just gonna
6 serves 10.
go ahead and etch that.
Okay, go ahead and write that in. I like that serve from Shorty. It sets up that little flop shot, and then Ricky powers it. I think you're going to see a lot of these Southern California guys take a little bit back of what they've learned from Timbo here.
Reluctantly learning.
Well, no, you see a guy like that and you say, I don't know if I would reluctantly want to learn that. Emphatically learn.
Manny Suarez. Edgar Oliver, Manny Suarez. Report to the desk.
7 serves 10.
Yeah, you heard the score.
Ian Andonis Alberto, report to the desk.
And a beautiful cross-court kill there from Ricky.
Ricky Ruiz going to get married, I believe, tomorrow.
All right, the score is 10 serve 7.
Correct.
Side out.
Ricky with an error there. Should have been a relatively easy shot there for him.
7 serves 10.
Oh,
It's going to be a replay. 7-10, same
here.
score, replay.
Scheduled to come up next at 5:30,
7
which was 6 minutes ago. The Open Doubles semifinals, and that's what has been traditionally the most energy ever.
Wish I could be here for it.
Point.
I really do. Sounds like a lot of fun for those who will be here. I unfortunately cannot.
So you won't be growing it.
Point.
Got a plane to catch.
9 serves 10.
Now Shorty making a comeback here at 9-10.
And Dave, unfortunately, Shorty's gonna be making a lot more work for one of our interns, as our intern's gonna have to go in and fix what I've already undone, which is going into our database, already adjusting the records here. I already gave Ricky the win. And you know, Dave, going into Excel and making corrections, not easy.
Actually, it's really easy to do.
10 serves 10.
10-10. Just drag your mouse over, click it, type in the number. It's about that easy. That's about how easy it is to do Excel.
So you're saying our intern's putting in 5 seconds of work a week then?
11 serves 10.
I know that, Dave, there's a lot of college kids listening right now who have attended our events and become just fanatical about handball. If you want to intern with the WPH, contact us at WPHlive.tv.
That's how you contact.
Well, you can go there for our web address. I was hoping you could.
There should be an @ symbol. You should have that @ symbol thrown in there somewhere. WPH@racefreight.com.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Side out.
Since we are here live at racefreight.com.
Even, Dave, if you're not on campus with us, there might be some things for you to do for the WPH. So you just get in touch with us. In fact, we have a sports marketing intern, Dave, working for us right alongside us all weekend here. He's learning how to grow it from the inside out. Grassroots.
Wow, that's a great shot right there from Shorty. By it, you mean the game?
No. No, not the game.
11 serves 11.
Shorty, Dave, will also be in action on the one-wall court immediately following this match.
Timeout.
Playing in the one-wall big ball.
Well, this one might go extended hours because we're at 12 to 11. I know you did some etching.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you have a reverse etcher.
Wow.
But it looks to me as if Shorty's only 3 points away from possibly getting you to go out and get the buffer so you can buff out the etching.
That's going to cut into
your flight time.
Good.
You know they don't allow the etcher on the airplane.
I know. Well, I actually have a private plane, but even then, can't bring those.
No, they have rules. Now we have taxi cabs driving onto the lot here.
That's actually mine, and he was supposed to be here. He's actually right on time.
Well, he's looking for you.
Yeah.
We put a little banner up above this that just simply says ego, and he knows exactly where to go. This is the World 3-Wall Ball Outdoor Championships in Las Vegas, parking lot, Stratosphere. Look straight up. You know what you see? The sky, but if you look a little bit to the left, it's the Stratosphere Tower. And we'll show you a quick view of that here soon. We have a camera.
All right, the score is 12.
There it is, Dave. Look at that. Live view of the Strat.
Alex Barragan and Sabrina
We go back into.
Oh, an amazing shot from Ricky. Shorty thought he had that rally won. Would have been 2 points from winning the second game, but instead doesn't put enough mustard on it. And Ricky comes in and it's a perfect fist pass.
Bye-bye right there.
Side out.
And a side out.
Very dangerous shooting the left corner with your right hand, because if you don't put it down flat, it's a huge setup for your opponent.
12 serves 11.
Perfect shot from Ricky. And that's the perfect big ball strategy there, Dave. Pushing the ball to the left and then coming in and taking the next ball off the wall with an overhand right out the door on the right. Really no defense for it.
Point.
And Shorty hits Dave, Ricky hits a two-way shot there. If that ball straightens out, it's ungettable, and it hits the right sidewall, it's also ungettable.
12-12.
High percentage kill.
Side out.
Ricky frustrated himself there.
12-12.
Shorty gave him a look at a left-handed fly paddle. And Shorty, terrible shot there. And Ricky, a beautiful shot, but Shorty not executing now in the right corner.
The way that Ricky allows that ball to drop like that, and he goes with the 4-wall small ball sort of style, or 3-wall small ball style of swing. It's just different than anybody else that plays this game, other than maybe the Wiz.
And once again, Shorty in control of that rally, unable to capitalize though.
And Ricky now up 13-12. It looked like Shorty was possibly just a point or two away from
Shorty
changing
now
some things.
It's just completely exhausted.
Score is 13 serving 12.
Here's a big setup. But Shorty, Dave, can't get his balance there. His legs not cooperating with him. You need to be able to set yourself there. He couldn't do it. He ran through the shot.
Match point, 14 serves 12.
14-12.
Gabe.
There it is. Brother Ricky gives a little hug to brother Shorty, who sticks his fist into the wall. And there is another semifinal appearance here in Vegas for Ricky Ruiz.
But really, you shouldn't be that upset because the brothers have an agreement. They put all the money they win at these stops into a pot and just split it 50-50. So, you know, they're both, if Ricky comes out of here with the win, Shorty gets half of that.
Well, Shorty wants a yellow jersey, though.
Oh,
and that's really what he's after,
yeah.
as we all are. We have another great match coming up right around the corner. It was Ricky Ruiz taking down Shorty, brother Shorty, here in Las Vegas, and he will advance to the semifinals to face Juan Santos. That'll be a match that takes place at 8:30 p.m. tonight. Now, of course, we're running about 16 hours late, so you might see that on Monday sometime. But nonetheless, that is the matchup there. And then we have Timbo Gonzalez, who will be going up against Samson Hernandez in the upper bracket. We're going to take a quick timeout. Can't really tell you at this moment which match will actually be on the court, but I know there will be one as we get ready. I believe it's going to be a semifinals of the Open Men's Big Ball Double Stave. Let me just give you those matchups so we can kind of determine which one we're going to put on the court. Juan Santos and his doubles partner for a very long time, Lobo, who you say is just a brilliant
I think he's amazing.
handball player. Marco Chavez and Jose Zamora, who defeated Samson and his partner earlier in the semifinals. Marcos,
is that a tiebreaker?
It was a tiebreaker, 11-6, with Marcos and Jose taking them down. And then we have Lil, and you have to say that, Lil.
Yeah, Lil, yeah. No
Razzle
T.
Dazzle,
Yeah.
alongside Big Dazzle, and they're going to
Big
face
Daddy Dazzle.
Yeah, that's Manny Fernandez and Raul Calvillo. If you're at home keeping score, they're going to go up against Ruiz, which is Ricky, and Boxer in the bottom bracket. That might be a good one to watch, and I think that could be a repeat of what we saw in Vegas #1 back in 2010. So we might see that one coming up here. So we'll take a quick break. We'll have more action in just a bit. And I guarantee you it'll be fun. For Dave Fink, my name is Dave Vincent. More action on the way. Stay here at racefreight.com.
Rethink what you know about this Vegas icon. Your expectations at the Stratosphere Hotel, Casino, and Tower. See what's new, up, down, and all around.